Do you like Mayan culture? Do you like a warrior who really looks like straight from jungle, but civilized? Do you want to reduce your ultimate cooldown by without using any cooldown item? Do you want a hero that could help you to push rank solo? Do you want a hero that looks nice and futuristic but use weather as his weapon? Do you want a hero that is the father of another hero, whatever her name is, who is also good as him? If yes, then you are having a lot of demands, please reduce them. Sorry, I was just kidding. Here is one hero that will complete all the requirements in just 2700 diamonds, or just 14,000 coins. If it is too expensive, then fine, go solo on rank and complain about bad team and losing the game, because this hero is capable to handle 1v4, because if it is 1v5, who's going to farm then? Tlaloc's passive is all about pay me to get bonus of this month. In short, if you hit enemies with the skills, the cooldown of ultimate get reduced. Every time if you hit minions or jungle monsters, it reduced by 0.2 seconds, and if it hits enemy heroes, it reduced to 1 second. So if you keep spamming first skill over enemies, they think you are weak and keep giving you reduction of 1 second for your ultimate, which is more useful than using cooldown reduction build. Basic attack damage is based on your 30% attack power, which is really weak, so don't use it on heroes, just use it on minions, because minions are like boards, and boards don't hit back. I mean they do, but not this much. This is your only way to deal damage as long your ultimate is getting ready, or you are below level 4, or unless you upgrade wrong skill at level 4, and now you have to wait for reaching level 5 so you can unlock your ultimate. This is really powerful skill if used with Hurricane. What is Hurricane? We will tell you later, because before that we have another skill to explain about what Tlaloc is known for. This is also part of God of Rain and Giver of Life, who can launch a Whirlpool towards enemies. And you know what Whirlpools are known for? Spinning you so hard that gives you some dizzy time. And exactly what that does. Every time you hit someone with this, they get knocked for 0.8 seconds. And the dizziness can't let them walk faster for 1.2 seconds. And if you want to hit minions with this, there is a timer on this too. As you hit the skill when timer is running, the Whirlpool explode and deal same damage. This is also very useful when merged with Hurricane. Ever heard about Amplifier? A device that can amplify any signal. Exactly how this skill works. Hurricanes are scary, and yes they are scary, but what is scary about this skill is it can amplify the other skills too. If you use the plain Hurricane, it doesn't deal much damage, it is more like some sort of massage for enemies who deal much damage than you can do. But if you merge it with your first skill Lightning Bolt, Hurricane will continuously start hitting enemies with Lightning Bolt, and if you add another Lightning Bolt in it, it will start more lightning in that area, which means total destruction by weather. And if you use Whirlpool with Hurricane, the range, size and the speed of Whirlpool will increase. How further? Here is one example. And now it is time to learn how to use ultimate and where to use ultimate. Enemies at bottom lane bothers you, send Hurricane with lightning bolts. Enemies pinned down at their own base, send Hurricane with lightning bolts to kill minions and reduce HP of enemies. So minions can easily take over enemy base. So team fight without you because they don't want you in the party, send Hurricane. I guess on this point you get it what I'm trying to say, so why I should mention. Enemies chasing you, don't use Hurricane, just run for your life. We learn about skill of this hero, now it is time to learn what is suitable build for Tlaloc. So there is only one way to play as Tlaloc.
The Nightmare Tlaloc.
First pick Frosty Bite because it will poke enemies and slow them down. Then pick Multi-Dimension Energy because I like this card, that's why. Then pick Quantum Transition because it will give you more cooldown reduction in late game. And then pick Soul Burning. I know it is way too overrated by me, but it is useful against the tanks. Why? I already told you in my last video. Then pick Show You Prefer because I don't know what you prefer. Because I don't know what you prefer. Less stun time, more power, or just a cooldown reduction for your skills. Then pick Occult Signs. Because after all, why not I should keep these enemies by getting some extra HP refill by hurting them. And for last two cards, pick Contempt and Archmage's Power. Why? I don't know. Why I am asking you to choose what you prefer? Because here are 6 cards which will ensure your victory for sure. Frosty Bite will make sure no one will able to escape your Hurricane and they will die without much resistance. Multi-Dimension Energy will increase your power a lot every time you kill minion or hero. Quantum Transition will give good cooldown reduction at level 12, which means faster Hurricane spawning like present day Clement. Once upon a time, it is rare to see 3 hurricanes in Arabian Sea. But then someone dropped their quantum transition card into Arab Sea and now the cooldown is reduced a lot and we see 5 hurricanes. Weather report approved. Soul burning will ensure the hurricane is still useful if you fail to merge it with lightning bolts. And once you merge it with lightning bolts, it will deal more damage with both attack power and HP based damage. And at last, Occult Sign will ensure your HP will regen every time you hit anyone with the skills. And this will also pressurize your enemies. And now you are at late game, no one cares what you prefer, so I don't need to explain it to you. Now let's talk about how to play as Tlaloc. Go to bottom lane and try to make sure enemy won't kill you, and keep kill the minions and increase your level. And don't leave the bottom lane unless you are on low HP. No matter there is no protection for you at bottom lane or any lane is unchecked, because in early game it is normal. Many players will go for farm and ensuring they are getting stronger before enemies does. And the outer lanes had to destroy no matter what. So keep your focus on gaining ultimate at first place. So unlock your first skill, kill minions, then unlock second skill, upgrade your first skill and then ultimate. And now your ultimate is unlocked, the enemies have to run away from you because you already have ability to deal higher damage and slow down. So here are 2 situations we can face. Either enemies come to us and fight our minions while we are alone and unable to kill their minions before they kill ours. Or we kill enemy minions and enemies have to face our minions near their tower. In both cases, engage in close range is risky. So better make sure there is a safe distance between you and your enemies. And when you are sure enemies are busy in your minions, throw hurricane and then throw your whirlpool. And when enemy is stunned, direct hurricane onto them. Because of frosty bite they are slowed and with constant strikes, they can't survive for a long time. And good thing about hurricane is, if enemies try to escape it, we can throw a whirlpool that could expand and knock anyone, but with a wider and longer range. So try to stay strong at bottom lane until your enemies are getting pissed and try to attack you together. Because your entire aim here is to get either attention of enemies or destroy their outer bottom lane tower. So if you get enemies attention, you have to make sure enemy lose a lot of HP by hurricane with lightning bolts, so they have to run away. Or just make sure all of them are dead. If they are running away, that's a good chance to tease them by staying near their towers and destroy it with help of minions. But if enemies dies, I would suggest you to leave your minions there because they are safe and focus on pushing next tower. And at mid game, almost the outer towers of both teams are destroyed. At this point, make sure enemies aren't around you when you are leading your minions, or make sure you roam with some good teammates and do it before you reach the level 9. Keep kill minions and ensure no one attack you from behind. If got caught, better use second skill and run fast as you can with the sprint. And if you got team support, stun them and throw hurricanes after them.
Time to end this era.
Once you reach level 9, this is how to play at mid game. First, keep eye on the map where you can see your enemies and track where they can go. Then predict their movement where more than one enemies are there to fight you. Or keep eye on map to see where is fight going on and head towards that place. And make sure your enemies are closer to your towers, because in case if your team need to retreat, you can still remain in fight. And then keep eye on high power hero and then launch the hurricane. But then use whirlpool to stun them and then immediately launch lightning bolt. But keep eye on enemies and ensure they will lose lot of HP. Once you reach level 11, you are both durable and good in movements. So better try to keep eye on map where you can find some enemies that cannot stun you, and also their HP is low and they are melee range too. Why? Because you can deal damage by skills on them, but they have to get into closer range to kill you. I am suggesting you to keep eye on those who are low on HP, even if it is tank, so look for your prey. And when you are close to reach the late game, when everyone is between level 12 to 15, this is time when your skills are on the peak and your damage is almost beyond handling for both assassins and marksmen. And warriors can't sustain 7 seconds of hurricane too. Now try to focus on group of enemies, not individuals. Because your hurricane is used for dismantling the formation of enemies, not killing individuals. And this method can easily lead your team to enemy base. pin down your enemies and keep using your first skill on heroes because it will cool down the ultimate's timer. Once all of them are dead, just claim the victory. Well, Tlaloc lacks blink skills. The ability to stun is require aiming, and also the timer is way too higher than other stun abilities. So anyone who have skills to stun Tlaloc and dash, that hero can easily fight him. Just remember, don't wait much until the stun ability or hurricane cooldown is over, because this is where the thing is getting harder. But don't worry, the hurricane also requires guidance and lightning bolts. So if you're fighting Tlaloc, make sure the user don't get time to use hurricane and merge it with lightning bolts. If you manage to misguide hurricane, you are now clear to kill. Also, Tlaloc first skill is good to poke but not burst skill. So don't be afraid of him and focus on killing Tlaloc, because first skill is good to deal damage on minions, and the damage dealt by this skill is way too low because of too low cooldown. You can misguide the hurricane and this will waste the ultimate, and Tlaloc have no option left except running away. So ask your friend to play as assassin and you waste Tlaloc's ultimate, or just swap the roles. Trigger Tlaloc to fire the hurricane and the non-assassin player can mislead the hurricane, and assassin can strike from behind to ensure kill. And because hurricane is far from assassin, it can't be returned before fading away. This will ensure that the hurricane won't be able to damage much and Tlaloc unable to counter the attacker too. One more weakness Tlaloc have is lack of width of Whirlpool. It is not that wide as it is supposed to be. So if you manage to waste Tlaloc's stun ability, Tlaloc have to wait longer to be aggressive, which is good for assassin and marksman, who are targeting Tlaloc as main player of the game. And that's all I have for Tlaloc. Hope you like my work. By the way, if you want to support us, please donate us so we can keep upload regularly. Thanks for watching.